Imagine being on a train, watching the world outside blur by, feeling like you're stuck in a seat that's not taking you where you want to go. You try to stand up, but the seatbelt of circumstance holds you back. You feel the rumble of the engine, the rush of the wind, but you're not moving. That's what it's like to be stuck in a world that's moving faster than you are. You know, it's like being in a dream where you're trying to run, but your legs are heavy and you can't seem to catch up. And when you wake up, the feeling stays with you, lingering like a ghost in your mind. But here's the thing, you're not alone. We're all on this train, and we're all feeling the same way. So what's going on? Why can't we seem to catch up? We're living in a world where the rules are changing faster than we can adapt. It's like trying to play a game where the instructions are being rewritten every minute. You think you've got it figured out, but then the game changes and you're back to square one. It's frustrating, it's disorienting, and it's leaving a lot of people feeling stuck. But what if I told you that this feeling of being stuck isn't just a natural part of life? What if it's actually a choice we're making every day without even realizing it? Now, pay attention to this part because it's where things get interesting. Our internal programming is based on outdated principles and values that no longer serve us in this new reality. It's like trying to run a modern operating system on a computer from the 90s. It's not going to work no matter how hard you try. And yet, we're still trying to use the same old software, the same old mindset to navigate a world that's completely different. It's no wonder we're feeling stuck. But here's the thing. We have the power to update our internal programming. We have the power to choose a new operating system, one that's compatible with the world we're living in today. But it requires us to be honest with ourselves, to acknowledge the fact that we're running on outdated code. Imagine being able to see the code that's running your life. Imagine being able to identify the patterns and the programming that's holding you back. It's like having a map to a treasure you never knew existed. You can see the path ahead, you can see the obstacles, and you can see the way out. But it requires you to be willing to look at yourself, to examine your own programming, and to be honest about what you find. It's not always easy, but it's the only way to truly break free from the cycle of discouragement and stuckness. Now, let's talk about what's really going on here. The mechanism of discouragement is rooted in our inability to adapt and evolve at the same pace as the world around us. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. The harder you squeeze, the more it slips away. We're trying to hold on to the old way of doing things, the old way of thinking, but it's no longer working. And the more we resist, the more we struggle, the more discouraged we become. But what if we could learn to flow like water, to adapt and evolve with the changing circumstances? What if we could find a way to harness the power of change rather than resisting it? But here's what nobody talks about. The fact that our internal programming is not just a personal issue, but a collective one. We're all running on similar software that's designed to keep us in line, to keep us conforming to the norms of society. It's like we're all living in a simulation that's designed to keep us distracted, to keep us from seeing the truth. But what if we could hack into this simulation? What if we could find a way to rewrite the code, to create a new reality, one that's based on our own values and principles? The feeling of discouragement is not just an emotional state, but a choice that we make every day, often unconsciously. We choose to believe that we're stuck, that we're powerless, that we're victims of circumstance. But What if we could choose differently? What if we could choose to see the world as a place of possibility, as a place of wonder, as a place of magic? What if we could choose to rewrite our internal code to create a new reality, one that's based on our own values and principles? The question is, are you ready to make that choice, to take the leap, to break free from the cycle of discouragement and stuckness? So, we've established that discouragement is a choice that's rooted in our internal programming. But what if we told you that this programming is not just a product of our past experiences, but also a result of the world's exponential pace? The world is changing faster than we can adapt, and our internal programming is struggling to keep up. This is exactly why we feel stuck, why we feel like we're running on legacy firmware. Remember when we said that our internal programming is based on outdated principles and values? This is precisely why we need to upgrade, to choose a different path. The mechanism of discouragement is rooted in our inability to adapt and evolve at the same pace as the world around us, leading to feelings of disempowerment and frustration. The implications are profound. If we continue to choose discouragement, we'll be left behind. The world will continue to evolve, and we'll be stuck in our outdated programming. But what if we could choose differently? What if we could choose to see the world as a place of endless possibility, where our internal programming is not a limitation, but a foundation for growth? This is where the concept of sovereignty comes in. Sovereignty is not just a mindset, but a framework for living. It's the ability to take ownership of our choices, to recognize and rewrite our internal code, and to align with the rapid pace of technological advancements. The sovereign alternative is not just a theory, but a practical framework for living. It's the ability to recognize and rewrite our internal code, to upgrade our firmware, and to align with the exponential pace of the world. This requires a fundamental shift in our mindset from one of disempowerment to one of sovereignty. We need to take ownership of our choices, to recognize that we're not victims of circumstance, but rather we're the architects of our own reality. The concept of Protocol 77 comes into play here, where we recognize that our internal programming is not fixed, but rather it's a dynamic system that can be upgraded and rewritten. As we transition into this new reality, we need to recognize that our internal programming is not just a personal issue, but a collective one. We're all in this together, and we all have the power to choose differently. We can choose to see the world as a place of endless possibility, where our internal programming is not a limitation, but a foundation for growth. This is where the concept of system mastery architecture comes in, where we recognize that our internal programming is part of a larger system, and that we have the power to upgrade and rewrite this system. By acknowledging the choice to remain in a state of discouragement, we can begin to rewrite our internal code and develop a more empowered and adaptive mindset, capable of thriving in this new reality. So what's the next step? How do we begin to rewrite our internal code and develop a more empowered and adaptive mindset? The answer lies in recognizing the choice to remain in a state of discouragement and choosing differently. We need to take ownership of our choices, to recognize that we're not victims of circumstance, but rather we're the architects of our own reality. By acknowledging this choice, we can begin to upgrade our firmware to align with the exponential pace of the world and to thrive in this new reality. The time to choose is now. The time to upgrade our internal programming is now. The question is, will you choose to remain in a state of discouragement, or will you choose to take the leap and become the architect of your own reality? The choice is yours, and the consequences of this choice will be profound. To learn more about how to break free from the cycle of discouragement and stuckness, and to discover the tools and strategies you need to thrive in this new reality, visit sovereign-synthesis.com.